Ladies and gentlemen, in this life, there are moments when the right place at the right time has the power to transform us. These are not ordinary places. They are spots on the earth where the energy is heightened, where your inner being can awaken. Today I will guide you through 7 such places, destinations that have the potential to change the way you see yourself, the world, and your purpose. These places have been revered for centuries, not just for their beauty but for their spiritual significance. As you stand in these places, you are not just standing on the ground, you are connecting to the very energy of the earth itself. Let us embark on this journey of discovery. Mount Kailash, located in the remote western Tibet, holds a mystique and reverence that transcend geographical boundaries. For centuries, this towering peak has been a sacred site for millions, not only for the Tibetans, but also for Hindus, Buddhists, Jains and Bon practitioners. It is said to be the very axis of the world, the center of the universe, a place where the earthly and the divine meet. What makes Mount Kailash so special is not merely its physical presence, but the energy it emanates. Standing at 6,638 meters to 1778 feet, it is not the tallest mountain in the Himalayas, but it is considered the holiest. Its unique pyramid-like shape and the snow that often covers its summit give it an ethereal quality that seems untouched by time and human intervention. There is an aura of sacredness that surrounds it, almost as if it were suspended between realms. For those who embark on the pilgrimage to Kailash, the journey is one of profound significance. The trek, which is about a 52-kilometer circuit, is known as the Kora, and it is believed that walking around Mount Kailash will wash away one's sins. Pilgrims often spend days on this arduous journey, traversing rugged terrain at high altitudes, enduring physical discomfort and fasting along the way. However, it is not just a physical journey, it is a spiritual quest. The pilgrimage is a test of one's willpower, a chance to purify the soul and reconnect with something far greater than oneself. It is said that the first step toward understanding Kailash is to let go of any preconceived notions about what one may expect. Many who visit find that it is not just the mountain itself, but the experience of being in its presence that leaves a lasting impact. The very act of standing before Kailash brings an inner silence that speaks louder than any words could. People have spoken of feeling an overwhelming sense of peace, as though the mountain itself is guiding them to a deeper understanding of the nature of existence. For Hindus, Mount Kailash is believed to be the home of Lord Shiva, the great yogi, who resides in meditation at the peak, overlooking the universe. It is here that Shiva and his consort Parvati are said to have spent eternity in meditation. The sacredness of the mountain is not limited to mere belief. It is something people feel on a visceral level as they come into proximity with this natural wonder. Buddhists, on the other hand, believe that Kailash is the abode of Demchok, a deity associated with Supreme. For them, the pilgrimage around the mountain is not just a physical act, but a spiritual one that takes them closer to enlightenment. In fact, Tibetan Buddhists believe that the entire landscape surrounding Kailash is imbued with deep spiritual meaning, where the natural formations echo the divine order of the cosmos. The Bon tradition, the indigenous spiritual practice of Tibet, has a similar reverence for Kailash, believing it to be the center of the world, around which all spiritual forces revolve. According to Bon cosmology, Kailash is the axis round which the earth and all beings spin, and it is the source of all life. But what makes Mount Kailash truly powerful is not only its religious significance, but the fact that it represents a meeting point of different spiritual paths. Regardless of one's background or belief system, when you stand before Kailash, you are confronted with a profound reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, of how all spiritual practices and journeys ultimately lead to the same place. the realization of the oneness of existence. Mount Kailash is not a place to be understood with the mind alone. It is a place that demands to be felt with the heart, experienced in stillness and respected in silence. It is a reminder of the majesty of creation, the mystery of the universe, and the quiet power that exists beyond human comprehension. In that silence there lies a deeper understanding, a knowing that we are a part of something infinitely larger and more profound than we could ever imagine. Those who visit Mount Kailash often leave with a sense of having touched something eternal, a momentary glimpse into a dimension that exists just beyond the veil of ordinary perception. And though many return from this journey with questions unanswered, they come to realize that sometimes the greatest transformation happens not through finding answers, but through simply allowing the questions to deepen within us. Varanasi, often referred to as Kashi, is a city unlike any other. Situated on the banks of the holy Ganges river in northern India, Varanasi is often considered the spiritual heart of the country. Its history stretches back thousands of years, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. But what sets Varanasi apart is not just its age or its physical beauty, it is the energy that permeates every inch of this sacred land. It is a place where the cycle of life and death is not something to be feared but embraced, a place where the divine is not a distant concept but a living, breathing presence in every corner of the city. As you walk through Varanasi, you are immersed in a unique atmosphere. The city is alive with a blend of sounds, the rhythmic chanting of prayers, the deep reverberations of temple bells, the calls of street vendors, and the steady flow of the Ganges itself. The smell of incense, flowers, and burning wood fills the air, and the streets are teeming with people from all walks of life, from pilgrims seeking spiritual solace to everyday locals going about their routines. In Varanasi, the sacred and the everyday intertwine in such a way that the lines between them blur, making it clear that life in all its forms is a spiritual experience. At the heart of Varanasi lies the Ganges, or the Ganga, regarded as the holiest river in India. To bathe in its waters, to drink from its sacred stream, or simply to sit by its banks is believed to cleanse the soul and purify the body. Each of the ghats along the river bank has its own significance, and they serve as places of worship, meditation, and ritual. As the sun rises over the Ganges, the city comes alive in a sacred dance, with devotees offering prayers, performing ablutions, and lighting lamps to honor the river and the divine presence it embodies. There is a palpable sense of devotion in every action, as if the very air is thick with the prayers and intentions of those who come to this holy place. But it is not just the Ganges that makes Varanasi powerful. It is the city's deep connection to the cycle of life and death. Varanasi is known as the city of liberation or moksha, the ultimate goal in Hindu philosophy. It is believed that to die in Varanasi or to have one's ashes scattered in the Ganges is to be freed from the endless cycle of birth and rebirth. The Ghat, especially the famous Manikarnika Ghat, are places where the rituals of death are performed openly. Here, the living and the dead exist side by side, and the flames of the cremation pyres serve as both a physical and spiritual reminder of the transient nature of life. For many, witnessing these rituals evokes a deep contemplation about their own mortality and the impermanence of existence. Yet, in the face of death, there is also a profound understanding of life's preciousness and a call to live more consciously. The spiritual energy of Varanasi is further amplified by its temples, which dot the city like jewels on a necklace. The Kashvishwanath temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva, is the most famous of these. The temple, with its intricate carvings, towering spires, and golden dome, is a place of pilgrimage for millions. But even outside the temples, you can feel the presence of the divine in every aspect of the city. Whether it's the sound of a bell ringing in a distant temple or the quiet murmur of a priest chanting a mantra by the river, the entire city functions as a living, breathing temple where every street, every corner, every stone is infused with sacredness. Varanasi is a place where time seems to stand still, yet moves faster than anywhere else. Here the ancient and the modern exist side by side, and the past is never far from the present. The narrow, winding streets are filled with stalls selling everything from flowers to books, from incense to sacred stones. Every step you take feels like a walk through history, yet there is always something new to discover, some new insight or realization that arises from the constant flow of life around you. In Varanasi, it's not just about visiting a place, it's about immersing yourself in its energy, its history and its spiritual pulse. What makes Varanasi so powerful is not just its physical beauty, its ancient rituals, or its religious significance. It is the deep, unshakable sense that you are standing on the edge of something eternal. In this city, time itself seems to bend. The past, present and future are interwoven in a delicate dance, and you can feel the weight of centuries of devotion and wisdom pressing upon your soul. In Varanasi, you come face to face with the very essence of existence, with the realization that life and death are not separate but part of a continuous flow, a cycle that cannot be broken. It is a city that invites you to reflect on the nature of your own life and your place in the cosmos. And in doing so, it beckons you to step into a deeper awareness of your own divine nature. Sedona, Arizona is a place that has captivated the imagination of those seeking spiritual awakening, natural beauty and profound connection to the earth. Nestled within the red rock formations of the American Southwest, Sedona is renowned for its unique energy, a force that seems to pulse through the landscape, inviting those who visit to step into a deeper relationship with themselves and the world around them. The energy of Sedona is often described as a vortex, a swirling, concentrated force that affects the body, mind and spirit in ways that are hard to describe but impossible to ignore. The term vortex in Sedona refers to specific locations within the region where the earth's energy is believed to be especially strong, creating a sense of heightened awareness, clarity and connection. There are 4 primary vortex sites in Sedona: Airport Mesa, Bell Rock, Cathedral Rock and Boynton Canyon. But the entire area is imbued with this powerful energy. Visitors often report a range of experiences when they enter these vortexes: a deep sense of peace, a rush of creative inspiration, an intense clarity of mind, or even profound emotional release. It's as if the land itself is speaking to you, inviting you to listen more deeply to your own inner voice. What makes Sedona's energy so remarkable is that it is not just a metaphysical concept. It is something that can be felt in very real ways. The red rocks that dominate the landscape are not only visually striking with their vibrant hues of red, orange and gold, but they also seem to radiate a certain aliveness, a kind of pulse that invites contemplation. As you stand on the rocks or simply walk through the canyons and valleys, you may feel a tingling sensation in your body, as if your own energy is being attuned to the rhythm of the earth itself. The rocks, many of which are millions of years old, have absorbed the vast energies of the earth and the sky. And in their presence, people often feel as though they are connecting to something timeless and sacred. One of the most compelling aspects of Sedona is the way in which the natural landscape reflects the inner journey of those who come here. The towering formations, the sweeping vistas and the ancient energy of the land all serve as mirrors for personal transformation. The vortexes of Sedona are said to amplify one's intentions, whether they are focused on healing, personal growth, or a spiritual awakening. The land acts as a catalyst, creating an environment in which individuals are more likely to confront their inner challenges, release old patterns, and embrace new possibilities. In this sense, Sedona is not just a destination, it is a place for deep inner work, a sacred space where the earth's energy meets your own. The effect of Sedona's vortex energy is not limited to the physical body or emotions, it also has a profound impact on one's sense of connection to the universe. Many people who visit Sedona report a heightened sense of unity with all that exists, whether you are standing atop a ridge, watching the sun set behind the red rocks, walking through a canyon, or sitting in quiet meditation. The energy of the land seems to remind you that you are not separate from nature, but a vital part of it. There is a pervasive sense that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and that everything in the universe is in perfect alignment. In addition to the vortexes, Sedona has long been a place where people come to seek spiritual healing and enlightenment. The area is home to a variety of spiritual retreats, wellness centers, and healing practices, many of which work in tandem with the energy of the land. From guided meditations to energy healing sessions, from yoga retreats to shamanic ceremonies, Sedona has become a sanctuary for those seeking to reconnect with themselves and the greater cosmic forces at play. The community in Sedona is filled with individuals who have chosen to live in harmony with the land and its powerful energy, and it is not uncommon to meet people from all over the world who have come to Sedona in search of transformation. Despite its growing popularity as a spiritual destination, Sedona still retains an element of mystery. Many people who visit are drawn here without fully understanding why, as if the land itself has called them. Whether one believes in the mystical energy of the vortexes or not, the sheer beauty and presence of Sedona leaves an indelible mark on those who come. There is something about this place. Its vast skies, its towering red rocks, its stillness that invites you to step away from the noise of the world and return to a simpler, deeper way of being. It is not uncommon for those who visit Sedona to experience moments of profound clarity, inspiration, and peace. Whether it's standing on a quiet trail at sunrise, feeling the energy of the land as the sun warms the rocks, or meditating under the vast desert sky, Sedona offers a space to reconnect with the self and the natural world. It is a place where you can lose yourself only to find a more authentic version of who you truly are. For those who are willing to listen, Sedona offers not just physical beauty, but an invitation to explore the vast potential of the human spirit. The vortex of energy that Sedona is known for may not be something that can be fully explained by science or logic, but it is something that can be felt in the heart. And it is this feeling, the sense of awe, reverence, and connection to something greater that makes Sedona a place of transformation for so many. The energy of the land has the ability to touch the soul, offering a reminder that just like the red rocks that rise from the desert, we too are capable of standing strong, of becoming something magnificent when we align ourselves with the deeper currents of life. Machu Picchu, Huichaque, the ancient Inca citadel nestled high in the Andes mountains of Peru, holds an aura of mystery and sacredness that continues to captivate the imaginations of those who visit. Standing at 2,430 meters, 7,970 feet above sea level, this architectural wonder is not just a marvel of engineering, but a place where the past, present, and future seem to converge. Lost for centuries to the outside world, it was rediscovered in 1911 by American explorer Hiram Bingham. Yet even today, the true purpose and significance of Machu Picchu remain subjects of intrigue and speculation. It is as though this city, carved from stone and perched atop a mountain ridge, exists as a portal to a time long gone, and perhaps even to a higher understanding of life itself. From the moment you first glimpse Machu Picchu, perched dramatically above the Urubamba river valley, you are struck by its otherworldly beauty. The dense greenery of the cloud forest, the towering peaks that surround the site, and the sprawling terraces and temples all combine to create a breathtaking landscape that feels both intimate and expansive. As you step onto the ancient stones, you can feel the presence of the Inca civilization in every corner, in the meticulously crafted walls, the sacred altars, and the open spaces that invite you to pause and reflect. The sheer scale and precision of the stonework are a testament to the advanced knowledge of the Incas, who were able to create this city without the use of modern tools or technologies. The stones fit so perfectly together that not even a blade of grass can slip between them, speak to a deep understanding of both the material world and the energies of the land. Machu Picchu is often referred to as a spiritual center or a sacred site, and for many, visiting this place evokes a sense of reverence that goes beyond historical curiosity. The site itself is aligned with the celestial bodies, and it is believed that the Incas designed Machu Picchu to mirror the natural world and align with cosmic forces. The Intihuatana, the ritual stone located at the highest point of the site, is thought to have been an astronomical observatory used by the Incas to track the movements of the sun, the stars, and the solstices. The name Intihuatana translates to hitching posts of the sun, which speaks to the importance of the sun in Incan cosmology. The Incans understood that their connection to the universe was not just one of worship, but of alignment and balance. By positioning their temples and structures in harmony with the forces of nature, they believed they could access a deeper understanding of the universe and their place within it. Beyond its astronomical significance, Machu Picchu also holds a profound spiritual energy. Many visitors to the site report feeling a sense of peace, clarity, and connection to something far greater than themselves. The quiet presence of the ancient city, coupled with the surrounding natural beauty, creates an atmosphere of stillness that invites deep reflection. The high altitude and the lush greenery of the surrounding cloud forest add to the sense of being in a space that is both grounded and transcendent. As you walk through the terraces, the temples, and the narrow passages, it is easy to imagine that the Incas were not only building a city, but a place of spiritual pilgrimage, a place where they could commune with the divine and with the earth itself. Angkor Wat, one of the most iconic and awe-inspiring monuments in the world, stands as a testament to the architectural brilliance and spiritual depth of the ancient Khmer civilization. Situated in Cambodia, this vast temple complex was originally constructed in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu. Over the centuries, it transitioned into a Buddhist site, and today it continues to serve as a place of pilgrimage and devotion. More than just a temple, Angkor Wat is a living expression of divine worship, a sacred space that invites all who enter to contemplate the infinite. From the moment you approach Angkor Wat, the sheer scale and intricacy of the structure overwhelm the senses. The temple complex spans over 162 hectares, making it the largest. Its towering spires rise majestically against the horizon, symbolizing Mount Meru, the sacred center of the universe in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. The central tower, which reaches nearly 65 meters, 213 feet high, represents the summit of this sacred mountain, while the surrounding galleries and courtyards mimic the earthly realms. As you walk through the temple's many corridors, chambers, and courtyards, it becomes clear that Angkor Wat is not just a physical structure, but a cosmic map, a divine blueprint that reflects the order of the universe. The architecture of Angkor Wat is unparalleled, with its precise alignment and delicate carvings telling stories that span both mythological and historical realms. Every stone, every relief, every carving is a piece of divine art, crafted with devotion and reverence. The temple's walls are adorned with intricately detailed bas-reliefs that depict scenes from Hindu mythology, including the famous churning of the ocean of milk, a cosmic battle between gods and demons, and the life of the king himself. These carvings are not merely decorative, they serve as spiritual teachings, reminding visitors of the eternal struggle between good and evil, the cyclical nature of the cosmos, and the divine order that governs all life. Angkor Wat's design is imbued with profound symbolism. The layout of the temple is said to represent the Hindu understanding of the cosmos, with the central tower symbolizing the cosmic axis, or the center of the universe, and the surrounding galleries representing the earthly realm. The temple's outermost walls are decorated with scenes of celestial beings known as apsaras, who are believed to embody the divine energy that flows through the universe. These graceful, ethereal figures seem to come alive, their fluid movements and serene expressions conveying a sense of divine presence. It is as if, in the presence of Angkor Wat, the veil between the earthly and the divine is thinned, and the sacred becomes tangible. The very construction of Angkor Wat is an act of devotion. It is said that the temple was built with a precision and dedication that matched the devotion of the king and his people to the divine. The laborers who built Angkor Wat, using millions of sandstone blocks transported from distant quarries, did so not just as builders but as spiritual participants in the creation of a sacred space. The sheer scale of the effort involved, as well as the intricate craftsmanship, speaks to the depth of spiritual commitment that went into the construction of the temple. Angkor Wat is not just a monument to a king, but to the divine itself, a place where the human and the celestial meet in harmony. Angkor Wat's spiritual significance extends far beyond its physical beauty. It is a place where the divine is not only worshipped but also experienced. The quiet stillness that pervades the temple complex invites contemplation and reflection, and as you walk through its sacred halls, you are enveloped by a sense of peace and reverence. The temple's sacredness is not confined to its walls. It is embedded in the very stones, the very air. Every step you take within Angkor Wat is a step into the divine, a journey deeper into the mysteries of existence. The sacred geometry of the temple, its alignment with the sun and the stars, and its connection to the natural world all serve as reminders of the interconnectedness of all things, of the divine order that governs the universe. For those who come to Angkor Wat seeking spiritual guidance, the temple offers a powerful experience of connection to the divine. The temple's central sanctum, where the deity Vishnu was once enshrined, serves as a focal point for prayer and meditation. Many visitors, whether they come from a Hindu, Buddhist or secular background, report feeling a sense of peace and awe as they stand before the temple's inner sanctum. The sacred energy of Angkor Wat is palpable, and it invites you to pause, to reflect, and to reconnect with something greater than yourself. In this way, Angkor Wat is not just a place to visit, it is a place to experience, to be immersed in the divine presence that flows through stones, its carvings, and its very air. In the end, Angkor Wat is not just a temple, it's a profound reminder of the eternal connection between humanity and the divine. It is a place where time seems to dissolve, and the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual blur into a single unified experience. As we stand in its presence, whether gazing upon its intricate carvings or simply walking its sacred grounds, we are invited to reflect on the greater truths of existence, that the divine is within us all, that we are part of a vast and interconnected universe, and that devotion in all its forms can elevate the human spirit. Angkor Wat, with its timeless beauty and boundless energy, continues to stand as a living testament to the power of faith, the enduring wisdom of the ancients, and the transformative force of the sacred. Let us carry its lessons with us, lessons of devotion, reverence, and connection to the divine, as we move forward in our own journey, knowing that sacred spaces like these remind us of the divinity that resides not only in temples and monuments, but within our hearts.